I mean, the problem you've got limited time and you've got limited money, and you basically want to get to the point where the money comes in without you having to sell your time. So then you're not reliant on having to do a job you don't want to do. Well, yes, okay. So we're all limited on time and we're all limited on money. And again, that's a good thing to understand. So what I would recommend your goal is that you get to the point where you've got an income coming in that doesn't rely on you selling your time, because that gives you more freedom, and then you can choose to do other things that you're interested in, or you can choose to build more streams of income, or you can choose to do whatever it is that you want to do that appeals to you with your life, with your time, rather than having to do something that somebody else tells you to do all day every day. And making sure that you've got enough income to cover your needs now and in the future. Which I suppose is relevant to what you're doing here, because your whole point is that people are building another form of income so that they don't need to be reliant on the one income. Because when all your income's coming from one source, you're completely reliant on that one source. But when you've got money coming in from elsewhere, it gives you more of a cushion, and if you can build up the money coming in from elsewhere to sufficient that you can cover your bills. It doesn't necessarily need to cover your salary. That's what people think. If they've got like earning 100 grand, they think they need to have 100 grand to live on. But actually, when you stop working, you don't have to pay for travel costs, you don't need to buy fancy suits, you don't need to buy coffee and lunch every day. So your outgoings go down quite dramatically. That was a big turning point for me, because I knew what my monthly outgoings were, or I thought I did, and I was very good with money. I am very good with money, so I could make sure that money was in my account each month to cover the costs. And I was getting to the end of the month and there was still loads of money in there, and I'm thinking, oh, hang on a minute, I'm not spending all of this. So that was a really big realisation for me, when I realised I didn't need what I thought I needed to live on. And that I had enough money to not need to go and do a job that was making me feel quite ill.
And if you had to go back, would you do it?
No.
Why?
Because it was such an unhealthy way of life. I mean, you say if I had to go back, I would. But I don't have to go back, because I made sure that I'm not in a position where I have to.